Just about ready to go with the first one. Stewart, Thompson, Cook, Kelleher. The girls have got the name boards. That's a handy one for us, Crumpy.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty open first race, this one, Kevy, really. On paper, you'd expect Jordan Stewart to bounce out and win it. He started the series off with an A final in Adelaide. Probably not overly happy with his performance in Mildura, his home track, and then again at Undira 2 nights ago, but he's always a tryer, Geordie. His dad, Jason, was actually, we raced junior speedway a bit together and raced a bit of long track in Australia against each other as well, and he was always 100% tryer.
Oh, very good.
The riders are lining up for the first race tonight. Ben Cook from gate 1 in red, Zane Kelleher from gate 2 in blue, Kai Thompson, white from gate 3, and Jordan Stewart, yellow and black, gate 4. The starting marshal's done up for the occasion, Kevy, in his checkered suit.
Yeah,
Hope he doesn't stand too close on the third lap, or they might think the flag's been waved.
Yeah, he doesn't want to jump up, so he's
Here
having
we go,
a look.
round 4 about to go live. Riders all coming into line now.
They've got away.
Here we go, Kelleher around the inside. Zane Kelleher takes the lead. Great effort from him there.
Kelleher, well, you said none of the young guns could get out. It was a great start, plenty of drive from Kelleher.
Kai Thompson looking to put Ben Cook under some pressure on the inside off turn 2, and it looks like he's pulled through. Yeah, just about. Jordan Stewart surprisingly at the back of the field. Oh! try and attack Tungate, and he's actually lost place after place. Jack Holder's line in there, he's gone in really, really tight with his front wheel over the curb. But Rowan Tungate's flying, he's just pulling away now.
Yeah, he's really just got a smooth line, hasn't he? He's keeping it very consistent.
Very consistent, very smooth. And Ryan Douglas looks like he's got a bit of pace on Jack Holder, but Tungate's gapping them. And with 1 lap to go, he's putting a lot of distance in. And Chris Holder, try as he is at the back, he can't find anything.
Yeah, well, there's no extra drive. He's just on that race line now, isn't he? He tried the wider line, but it's not there. They haven't got the dirt.
Douglas has picked up. Oh, that's a gift of a point for Chris Holder there over the line.
And when the championship's that close, every gift is counted.
Every gift is counted, and Rowan Tungate just pulls 2 points back on Chris Holder in the overall standings. But that was an impressive ride from Rowan from the word go.
Looking at the replay, Tungate very smooth.
Very smooth out in front. This may be where Douglas picks up here. We can see him go in, and he picks up. You can see his left leg went back a bit, picked up, and then Chris Holder, you don't need to leave much room. But disappointingly for Chris there, he almost did the right thing on the first turn, but there's just not the drive on the outside at this stage of the meeting.
Okay, next one we go to, it's Kurtz. The two Kurtz brothers right beside each other. Todd Kurtz in the red, Brody Kurtz in the blue, Nick Morris and Justin Sedgman. An interesting group. Kurtz, Brady Kurtz, you'd expect him to be pretty strong in this one?
Yeah, Nick Morris looked good in practice today, and Justin said, I tell you what actually, Kevy, the whole 4 of these riders in this race are probably all disappointed with the form they've shown in the championship so far. Todd Kurtz is, he's done well at different meetings in Australia. He qualified through the qualifying round reasonably easily. Justin Sedgman qualified through the qualifying round reasonably easy, and Nick Morris as well. But I'm sure that they all felt that they're capable to be in the top 3 or top 4 in the point standings. So I think Nick had his best meeting at Undira. Brady had a better meeting at Mildura, but interesting to see what they do here.
Well, I spoke to Sedgman early on. I said, how's the bike? It's good. He said just a few adjustments needed with the rider, so hopefully he's made those. On the outside, we haven't seen it work too much just yet.
Well, Chris Holder nearly made the start from gate 4. He probably, if he could do it again, he would probably have clamped the riders on the inside of him down. He didn't really try and do that. He
was looking for the drive, yeah.
He tried to attack and hit the dirt on the outside. That's just not quite there yet. But no doubt Sedgman would have watched that, and if he can get any room to get across the riders, I'm sure he will do.
Yeah, so he needs a good jump to clamp down on the riders.
Yeah, definitely.
Starters' hands. Kurtz boys on the inside. Todd and Brady. Good start there. Looked like a good jump from Brady.
Brady made an absolute cracking start there. Nick Morris has gone to the outside to try and get around Brady, but I don't think that will happen just yet. Brady's entered that turn really tight. Here comes Todd. Oh, Todd Kurtz. There must be a bit of a rut there on the inside. Nick Morris around the outside. He's having a go at Brady Kurtz. He's tried to cut back to the inside there, and Justin Sedgman's moved past Todd Kurtz. Nick Morris in second. Looks like he's got some pace on hand here. He's right on Brady's back wheel now, and he's gone in a bit wider.
Well, certainly Brady doesn't want to miss a line or miss a mark. He's right on the back of him as they come into turn number 3.
Yeah, he's on the back wheel, but Brady's riding a consistently smooth inside line. Nick's got a lot more track to work with. Brady just needs to stay where he is to maintain the lead, I
Pretty
believe.
much the Rowan Tungate line of the earlier heat.
Yeah, for sure. The inside's going to be good, especially early on. A good ride from Nick Morris there. He's put Brady under pressure, and Justin Sedgman in third came from last there.
Well, Sedgman's come through, grab the point in that one.
It was a good race. That was the riders are certainly, they're going quick, and they're finding a few different lines. You can see Brady's made a great start from the inside. From that point there, Sedgman looks like he's just a bit wide, but Nick Morris right here, he actually looks like he's in half a good spot. Just not quite the drive there on the outside.
Yeah, a little bit more drive, he would have been able to top in on top of him.
Yeah, absolutely, but Brady pulled out on the inside of the exit of turn 2 and was able to keep his line, but Morris had some pace on him there. Yeah,
it's going to be a big night. Sam Masters, it is in the position number 1. Zach Cook, Jamin Lindsay and Max Frick. Well, Fricky's leading the championship, so it's going to be important for him, and he's in that outside gate.
Yeah, and he's got some handy competitors on the inside of him as well, and no one's quite. They've almost made it from the outside, but just not quite enough to clamp the riders down on the inside.
And as the night goes on, you know, they're going to start to realise that those outside lines, they've really got to get the clamp on, don't they?
Definitely need to. At the moment, the guys off the inside seem to be able to be just with them, and on the final run into the corner, they seem to be able to get. They've got a bit better track position, so it's helping them right now for sure. As it goes on, and as I said earlier, as the dirt moves out a little bit, it might bring the outside gates into play a little bit more.
Well, I'll be interested to see what Frick does from the outside in the yellow, position number 4. The girls are leaving.
Looks like there's some big ruts there, James.
Already,
look at Lidsey there. He's kicked that out. He's dropped his back tyre down into a rut there, and it looks pretty deep when you see how far the back of the bike
you just see when
down.
it dips in, yeah.
We'll see if that helps him. Sam Masters in red from gate 1. Zach Cook blue 2. Jamin Lidsey white 3. Max Frick in yellow from 4. And Frick's seen Chris Holder run a last, and he's seen Rowan Tungate win a race, so he needs to manage what they're doing and keep his points coming in.
Looked like a good jump from the inside once again.
Frick's not really got himself. He's got himself
through
into third there. Lidsey made a good start from the third gate, but just didn't quite get track position into turn 1. And Max Frick's coming back to put some pressure on the inside of Zach Cook, and he moves through on the inside. Sam Masters is riding the perfect line out in front. Jamin Lidsey through on Zach Cook as well for a point. The riders are going really, really tight into turn 3 with the front wheels way over the inside line.
Very dark, as you can see from the camera when they come into that far end corner, so it's going to be really interesting to see as they come out of turn number 2.
And Sam Masters, Frick's not really pulling Masters in. Sam's riding a really good line, and quick look over his shoulder there.
It seems a bit for me, Jason, I'm certainly uneducated, but it seems if you get that good drive out of that first, second lap, you can get a little bit of a break. The guys, if they're not on you, they not seem to make up that gap.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, and that's why we want the track to come in a bit more. We want to create more than one racing line, so if we can get a little bit more moisture on the outside of the track, bring a little bit of that dirt back to middle, then hopefully we can create another line. So that the riders have an opportunity. We can see
the replay of the start here. You can see the great jump.
Watch Lidsey. He actually lifts a bit, but he still gets to the corner reasonably well. Sam Masters is away off the inside. Lidsey's up on the back wheel. Frick's trying to keep it down. Right there, Lidsey looks like he's in a good spot. Zach Cook hugs the inside. Frick rides between them. He takes Lidsey out of the equation and then has a go at Zach on the entry to turn 1 the next lap. But from there on, Sam Masters was getting a good exit out of the corner and getting his wheels in line quite quickly. Maybe Max was looking at that and thinking that 2 points off gate 4 in the first race is not so bad.
Well, they're points, aren't they? And that's what it is. It's only the first round of racing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the first round down, Jace. They're bringing out the smudger, so try and get some of that soil sorted on the outside there.
Yeah, I think the opportunity to get the track in a bit more racy condition is there. I think they just we need to get rid of all of the sun, get a bit more water down, and I'm sure that it will generate and turn over a bit more dirt. Yeah,
no, certainly will be the case as they come into it. Not too far away. We'll see if we can catch up with Aidan, with a couple of the riders as they go out and do the track prep. Big thanks to the Wodonga Council and, of course, the Funk's Hair Design here, the major sponsor of this event, and all our heat sponsors for the first 4 heats. A big thank you to you getting behind the Albury Wodonga Motorcycle Club with this fantastic event.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about that? We put round 1 in the book here with a Heat 2 winner, I believe it was, at Rowan Tungate. Out there, great start, great gate. Track looks fast.
Yeah, the track looks really nice, and it's always nice to get off to a good start and get a win. So, no, it's going to be a hard night, but yeah, I'm up for it and got to do the job.
Where's the headspace at now? Obviously, there's only one round to go after this. Are you thinking championship? It's obviously very tight at the front of the field, or is it just race by race?
I'm just here to win every race, and that's what I aim for every race. So just keep plugging away with the points and see what happens.
Well, that's all you can do. We can talk about it in the booth as much as we want. You've been out there on the track, you've ridden it. What's it like?
It's pretty consistent. Yeah, they're doing a good job. It's been hot, and yesterday they got a lot of rain, so they've probably done the track a world of good, and yeah, they're lucky for that. So no, the club have put a good track together, and no, good on them, and it's new for the series, so they've done a good job.
And we did see on the inside gate of Jack Holder in that last one. Anything left there from a couple of nights ago, or are you just out there to race?
No, I forgot about that, and it's more his problem than mine. If he wants to hold a grudge, and so be it, but I'm here to do a job, and that's it.
All right, well, congratulations in that first heat.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a Rowan Tungate? It takes the first heat. We'll be back here very shortly. We'll let him get back to the pits and get ready. But we're going to be back here very shortly with round 2 of racing.
Okay, taking to the track. Looks like the 500cc support. You'll see riding in red, our track reserve for tonight, Josh Pickering, riding the red. Riding in blue, Aidan Clare. Jack Morrison, riding in white, rode well at Undira on Monday night. And Isaiah Hartley, a local product, he rides in the yellow helmet colour. This heat's sponsored by Shane's Transmissions, the 500cc support category. Same machines as our title field. Josh Pickering on the inside is the track reserve for the championship, so he gets a chance to have a ride. Aidan Clare in the blue, Jack Morrison from Bendigo, he rides in the white, and Isaiah Hartley in the yellow.
Okay, so out there at the moment we've got this one of the support classes from Shane's Transmission. The rider in red is Josh Pickering. He is our reserve for tonight, so this is just a support race. So Pickering it is in the red, Aidan Clare in the blue, Jack Morris and Isaiah Hartley. As you would expect, a good start there from Pickering. So Josh Pickering it is who gets a good run out. Aidan Clare there in second place in the blue. Jack Morrison going out nice and wide. Track looks like it's starting to come, but Pickering it is who absolutely storming away. So Josh Pickering enjoying the opportunity to have a ride as he is the reserve tonight. If we have a rider injured or a major mechanical, he'll get the call up into the championship classes. This is our support class as Pickering comes around. Josh Pickering it is who leads the way from Aidan Clare. A tightly ran battle back there. Jack Morris and Isaiah Hartley in the yellow. Pickering it is as the light starts to get a little more even around this wonderful circuit. 1 lap to go. Pickering it is getting all the lines as they come around. It's certainly looking very, very good at the moment. Round they go, and it is Josh Pickering who will take the checkered flag and get a feel of the track for later on tonight. So a good run there from Pickering, what you would expect. A close run to the line there. You'd have to call that one by the judges. So it's probably Aidan Clare, it looked like, from Jack Morris, and then Isaiah Hartley. So having a look at the replay of that, but what a great run there from 17. Pickering, our reserve for the Australian Championships, comes through, front wheel up, does it absolutely superbly. Josh Pickering hoping that all these fellow mates go well tonight, but a little mistake will get him into the field. That's the support race there. round. The red helmet colour, it is Morris Brown who leads the way. Brown in the blue is James Parson, the white James Crudwell. So a couple of juniors on the 250s out having a bit of a ride around, just getting the feel of this Australian Championship track. Filling it in, giving the guys a bit of a break between the first 4 and the second lot of 4 heats for the Australian Championship. Of course, this 250 support class, sponsored by Shane's Transmissions. Big thanks to all of the official sponsors of the Albury round, of round 4 of the Australian Speedway Championships. Nice style there from Morris Brown as he comes around on the 250. 1 lap to go for Brown. The blue helmet there of James Parsons. So only young guns, the young kids on 250s. They're the junior competitors here at Speedway, out getting a feel around this very well prepared track here at Albury. Checkered flag goes out for Morris Brown. So the 250 kids getting out there. Jason Crump comes back in. Crumpy, did you get a chance to chat to any of the riders?
Yeah, I had a word with Chris Holder and asked him if there was any issues or anything, and he said no, he just didn't quite make a good enough start off gate 4 and wasn't able to get himself onto the part of the track he wanted to on the first turn. And he said everybody's going really fast, you know, and honest admission from him, he said I just couldn't do anything from where I was.
So the start clearly very, very important.
Yeah, you know, we're used to seeing that.
Well, the next one that comes out is heat number 5 comes out now. This is heat 5 brought to you by Wodonga Engineering. Heat number 5, Max Frick in the red, Ben Cook, Rowan Tungate and Nick Morris. This will be a good one.
Yeah, well, Rowan won his first ride. Ben Cook and Max Frick and Nick Morris all had good second places, and Nick Morris was actually really quick. He was behind Brady Kurtz and put him under some pressure for the whole race. You know, Max Frick was in second behind Sam Masters, and honestly didn't really pull him in, did he? He just held position. But
what was interesting, Aidan talking with Rowan Tungate, he said tonight it's not about the championship, it's about every maximum points he can get. So Tungate coming here again, wanting to get the maximum points, 3 points.
He wants to win every race he goes in, and that's a great it's a great attitude to have in this part of the series. I think you'd find if he was leading the championship by 7 points, he'd probably be thinking about it slightly differently. But when you're the chaser, you can go there and be aggressive.
Well, you have to be.
Yeah,
there actually isn't another option, is there really?
There's no other option, and that's the position he's in. And Max Frick he's probably got the gate that he wants in this race, Max, off the inside. Nick Morris off 4.
Tungate off 3. We saw before with that previous race where he sat in the rut and it looks like it sat too low, just pulled the front wheel up.
That was Lidsey.
Yeah, that's right, Jamie Lidsey.
Yeah, I don't think Rowan will start in the same spot there. It'll be interesting to see what Morris does here off the 4 gate, because he was quick, as I said, in his first ride behind Kurtz.
Okay, starter's hands. Good lift there from the red of Max Frick. Got out very, very well.
Tungate's getting a bit of a run around here. Ben Cook lifted off the inside. Tungate and Morris at the back, but a great first start and first turn by... Tungate was close there.
Nick Morris at the back didn't get a good run out of the start, but
Ben Cook's just drifted wide and Tungate's roared through on the inside. Nick Morris will probably come through here as well.
Yeah, Morris, as they drive out, he might pick him up.
No, not quite. Good corner by Ben Cook there.
Yeah, he brought it back in, didn't he? Held it well.
He held a very good line there. It looked like he was going to drift all the way, but he held track position. And Max Frick now is in front with fresh air. Look, he's riding wider, Kevy. He's opening the corner up and he's generating a bit more speed. Tungate looks like he might be pulling him in a little bit, but that's a real Max Frick. We've seen how fast he can go in other rounds, and he's got some pace on here.
Yeah, as you said, coming here, turn 1, turn 2, really got the drift on. So 3 and 4, nice and wide, takes the checkered flag. So 3, 2 and 1 is the way that they go. So a good run through there that time.
Surprised to see Nick Morris at the back there. Great ride by young Benny Cook for another point.
Yeah, Benny Cook, some more championship points. As we said, a newcomer into the championship. So Tungate grabbed 2. And of course, a great run there. Frick would have liked to have been in a little bit better track position, I would imagine.
don't know. We watched the replay of the start here, and you can see Max Frick from the inside, red helmet colour. He makes a great start. Tungate was actually a little bit slow off the line there, but he dealt with Morris, but Frick's already a couple of bike lengths clear. He hugs the inside line on the first turn. From right here, it looks like Tungate might be able to do something, but Benny Cook lifted a little bit and took a bit of track position away from him. But
and that it's probably unsettled Tungate a little, lost a little bit of that drive.
Possibly a little bit, but he wasn't right out on the fence. I don't think it made, in the big scheme of things, I don't think it made much difference. But you can see Max Frick, he's actually out trying to chase some dirt and trying to generate a bit more speed as the race goes on.
Well, it looks like there's still a reasonable amount of moisture there. They put down a bit more water, but as the night cools down, the track's going to get better.
I believe so.
So we look at now, we've got Cook on the inside, then Kurtz, Kelleher. So Zach Cook, Todd Kurtz, Zane Kelleher, and Ryan Douglas.
Yeah, this is another kind of open race, isn't it? It's young Zach Cook and his brother are certainly learning as each round goes on, and Ben rode a good race there, so Zach will want to get himself into the points as well. Kelleher coming off a win in his first ride, and I think Kurtz and Douglas both failed to score in their first races.
Yeah, so it's going to be from Border Homes. This is heat number 6. Zach Cook, Todd Kurtz, Zane Kelleher, and Ryan Douglas. Can Kelleher get the goods once again? Right on the inside of his box. Oh, looks like he missed the jump a little bit there.
Good start from Zach Cook around the inside. Douglas coming back on the inside for a charge up the inside into turn 3. It looks like he's way on the grass there, wasn't he?
Yeah, right. He got from position 4. He got a reasonable start. He clamped down nice and well as the others muffed it a little bit, but
yeah.
It is the red of Cook going very, very well at the moment. Very close racing.
Yeah, very close. And Todd Kurtz, here comes Douglas up the inside. Cook's a bit wide. Oh, he's got a nudge there from Douglas and lost all track position and goes to the back of the field. Ryan Douglas is one of those sorts of riders. When he gets in front, he generally goes pretty quick, but Todd Kurtz is putting him under a bit of pressure on the inside now. Kelleher back in 3rd place. Oh, Kelleher in trouble there. Just keeps it off the fence.
Yeah, certainly want to keep it off the fence there.
And is that Kelleher down? It looks like there was a bit of a clash there with Cook and Kelleher into turn 1.
Yeah, Kelleher it was. So disappointment for Zane Kelleher. He had a maximum points and then to slide out on the last lap. Disappointment for him.
Good ride from Douglas, so recovered after a pointless first ride. See from the start, the inside is working well. Cook got away well. Todd Kurtz not
Just
bad.
heard then they said Zach Cook excluded.
Oh, really?
Just heard the commentators. That's not official.
Be interesting to see if we can see a replay of that. But Kelleher, I wouldn't have thought he'd go down on purpose, but you never know. We can see here, Kelleher makes an error about right now. So he lifts. He's lost control. So he's lost his speed. Zach Cook spots a run on the inside. We just lose. And then next thing we see, yeah, okay, Kelleher's gone down. Maybe, I don't know, if they've excluded Cook, then there must have been contact.
Just heard that from the course commentary, so certainly not official. As we get ready for the next one. So what heat is this? Heat number 7 coming up. And this is brought to you by 11 Australia. And it is Brady Kurtz, Sam Masters, Jack Holder and Kai Thompson. So Brady and Masters will be working hard. Jack Holder, a good field in this one, Jason Crum.
Yeah, very good field. The way Sam actually looked like he had a bit more fire in his belly in his first race tonight. Jack Holder got a 2nd place first time out, so they're all chasing the points.
We can see here in the start, Jace, the track's actually quite soft, isn't it? Clearly, you know, they talked about they ripped it. You see, very quickly we're establishing a few little ruts. So,
well, the ruts at the start are always going to happen.
But it seems to be getting deep. They seem to be getting deeper.
Yeah, they will get deeper until they get down to the base of the track. But the they're actually quite hard, Kevy. It's quite deceiving. With the track being hard like that, the ruts actually form really quickly because you break through the top crust, which is very hard.
Yep. Well, the sun certainly baked the track today in the starter's hands. Good jump from Kurtz. Brody Kurtz, can he tip it in? Does very well. Kurt tips it in. Oh, nice run there in the white from Holder.
Cut back straight to the inside. Knew exactly what he was doing. Didn't waste his time with the outside on the first turn.
Sam Masters in third place in the blue.
But he's gone very wide there, Jack Holder. Brady Kurtz out in front. Be interesting to see what he does here with the lines. Made a bit of an error there and went a bit wider than he wanted to, but he's got away with that. Jack Holder settled into second. Sam Masters attacking on the inside. A lot of them seem to be picking up on the exit of turn 4 there, Kevy.
Yeah, certainly, and a few of them got unsettled there. Well, a little bit of unsettlement there from the wide of Jack Holder, but he retains it back in. Brady Kurtz.
Kurtz is actually riding. He's out in front, but Jack Holder's got some pace on him. Brady's making very, very good starts, but as in his first ride, Nick Morris was catching him a bit as well, and Jack Holder's certainly got a bit of pace on him in this one. I don't think there's much out there, but you lose a bit of ground on the outside on the way in, but you get it on the way out, and that was a close finish. Yeah,
great run there from Jack Holder, but Brady Kurtz had enough to hold it out. So Kurtz, Holder. The replay of the start, you look down at the tapes, great jump there from Kurtz. He really got half a bike length straight off that tape, didn't he?
And you can see Jack Holder's already gone straight back to the inside.
Yeah.
And he's over the inside curb, and poor old Sam's got caught there almost in,
nowhere land almost, yeah.
Nowhere land. But it was actually, Jack Holder actually generated a bit of pace in the last lap of that race. It looked like he'd gone a bit too wide on the last corner, but then all of a sudden on the exit of the turn, he wheeled him in.
Yeah, great race there. Well, Kurtz grabs the points.
It's 2 races, 2 wins for Brady Kurtz.
Oh, it's all about grabbing those points, as we said earlier.
Only a bike length in it.
Yeah, not much in it. That start was so important. As we come back to heat at number 8, Jordan Stewart, Chris Holder, Justin Sedgman and Jamin Lindsay it'll be.
This is an important race for Chris Holder here.
Absolutely.
Duck in his first race, he needs to get some points. His rivals, Frick and Tungate, have both got 5 points on the board from their first 2 races, so Christopher needs to start to trouble the scorers here with a win, I think.
Yeah, he needs to start to maximise it as we count down the heats and get ready for a final. Doesn't want to be going to the main from the B if he can.
Definitely don't want to be doing that, because the other thing that does is gives you the last pick of the gate in the final.
And that's probably going to be pretty important here tonight, Jace.
I would think so. It normally is when you come down to the money race.
So Holder in the blue, position number 2. Really needs to go to town and make this work. Jordan Stewart in the red, Sedgman in the white, and Jamin Lindsay out in the yellow.
Chris is lining up very, very close to gate 1 here.
Starter starting to try and wind them in. Last in is Holder.
Stewart's made a good start there.
Stewart made a good start, got a little bit of lift.
The outside as well. Holder's back to the inside, but it hasn't worked for him. Chris Holder's got some work to do in this race right now. Jordan Stewart out in front. He's gone a bit wide. Lindsay's ridden a good corner there around the inside. Oh, here comes Stewie again. These 2 boys are going to go at it, but I think Geordie's gone the wrong line there. Chris Holder's through into second place.
Well, Lindsay was out of, Jamin Lindsay was out of position 4.
Yeah, and he rode a good first turn there. Kept
So,
his speed going. He looks really good.
He certainly is.
He's putting some space into Chris Holder. Chris doesn't look that comfortable right now.
No, he would have been disappointed with that first lap for sure, and it doesn't look like he's going to have the room to catch him. 1 lap to go. What a great race from Jamin Lindsay, position 4. Really drove it well through the first and second turn. He was on gate number 4.
That's good. You can see he's riding. He's opening the corner up a bit more, especially on the entry, and trying to keep his speed build up around the whole turn. Chris Holder, big wheelie over the line in second.
what we're seeing there, Jace, where they're opening up that turn, they're coming out of turn 4 a little tighter and being able to keep that front wheel down. When they were going mid to outside track, they were getting that front wheel lift a lot earlier.
Yeah.
And so certainly a good run.
Replay at the start, Jordan Stewart makes a great start from the inside. And Chris is trying to move him, but Lindsay got a good run away from 4 as well, and he's planted himself on the outside. You would have expected almost Holder to go up the inside of him, but Lindsay's got that.
Yeah, he clamped it down well, didn't he?
He did, and we just missed it there, but Lindsay cut back to the inside and went on the inside of Jordan Stewart then.
Well, track conditions looking very, very good, Jason Crump. That rounds out that next 4. So points are adding up pretty quick.
There it is, round 2 of racing in the books, and the man Too Strong out front at the moment. Solid 3 points, 3 points in both of the races. Brady Kurtz, got to be feeling better here.
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to get off to a good start, and it's been a bit of a disappointing series for me so far, and I need a lot of points to peg the top guys back. So I'm just trying to do what I can do.
Of Aidan Clare. Good crowd out here. People joining us from all around the world. UK, Poland, and plenty of other destinations. So a big welcome to you people watching internationally. Support race, as we said. Our championship reserve rider, Josh Pickering in the blue. Takes that one out from Jack Morris, and in the yellow in third was Aidan Clare. So as we said, we've got people from all around the world. Poland, the Brits are watching us from the UK. There's people in Ireland, Scotland, the Thais, lots of people enjoying the coverage here, and we hope you are enjoying the coverage. So look to the replay, a good start there as you see, plenty of drive from the blue of Josh Pickering. Next up we'll bring the young guns out on the 250s. So Brodie Kurtz has been doing very well with 2 wins, so 6 points. Rowan Tungate on 5 points. Max Frick on 5 points. Sam Masters on 4 points. Rowan Tungate on 5. As the junior 250s come to the line. This one sponsored by Wodonga Engineering. Sorry, sponsored by Shane's Transmission. Cudwell in the red. Who's going to get the start? Very close competition. It's the blue helmet of Morris Brown who gets good drive. The yellow of James Parson. Out nice and wide. And James Cudwell sitting in third place. These are the youngsters getting an opportunity to ride this perfectly prepared Australian Championship circuit here at Wodonga in Victoria. Perfect conditions here. This time round, they'll get the 1 lap to go, and of course it is still Brown. Morris Brown who leads the way from James Parson. One lap to go for the youngsters. So Brown it is, it'll take out another one from Parsons and Crudwell. Jason Crump joins us again. Crumpy, who did you have a chance to have a chat to out there this time?
Just generally seeing what the riders have got to say, Kevy. They all seem pretty happy, pretty relaxed. I think they're all waiting for the track to kind of come, you know, get that outside line working, and everybody's pretty excited about it. So it's good to see. They're all up for it. That's for sure.
Well, they certainly are. I just went through the points a little bit before. Kurtz it's on 6. Tungate is on 5. Also on 5 is a couple of them on 5. I'm just trying to have a look at those as we go through. Max Frick's on 5 points. Damon Lindsay's on 4 points. Sam Masters is on 4 points.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So we're getting ready now to go to heat number 9 it'll be. Heat number 9. Douglas, Lindsay, Cook and Kurtz. So Brodie Kurtz will be out on the outside this time. It'll be an important one for him to grab. He's had a great run so far.
Yeah, and Lindsay looked really good in his last race as well.
So there they line up. In the red, it's Ryan, Douglas. Then it's Lindsay, Ben Cook and Brodie Kurtz. This one brought to you by Arnold's Fruit Market. Well, a start is going to be crucial for Brady Kurtz this time, Jace.
Yeah, it's you can see there's a bit of water on the inside of gate 4 and the outside of gate 3. Kurtz looks like he's looking right up on the fence, but I think
well, he's going to need to get a jump really quick and clamp down in if he wants to do something here. We've seen that all the time. You've got to really clamp them in tight as on that entrance into turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like Kurtz is a bit wider off 4 than a few of the guys have been, but I think the challenge for him will be to get across the top of Lidsey and Douglas from the inside, that's for sure. Ben Cook hasn't disgraced himself tonight, a couple of solid rides.
Yeah. Lindsay's certainly been doing some gardening. Started waiting for a look from Kurtz, trying to bring in the white Ben Cook.
I reckon the starter's uniform would look good on you at the motocross series, Kevy, at the MX Nationals.
You reckon, mate? You reckon it'll look all right like that?
End of the race, you don't put a flagman out, you just do a handstand.
Just go a couple of cartwheels. Okay, look, he's very, very wide.
Oh, it's Lidsey from gate 2 with Douglas off gate 1, but Kurtz has cut right back.
Inside. He's nearly touched there.
Lidsey looks like he's got a run. We'll see if there's some grip there, but Douglas rode a great first turn, but here comes Lidsey on the outside now. Douglas moves over a bit to try and stop him, but Lidsey's got a heck of a run there. Right round the outside of Ryan Douglas, and Brady Kurtz has put himself in. No, Douglas has cut him off. Cut his run off. Jamin Lidsey looking really super fast out in front. That was a great ride from him. He used the outside line. Brady Kurtz right on the inside of the track. Trying to use those ruts. He's getting himself into a position up the inside, but Douglas has just got the pace to keep him behind.
Yeah, Douglas is out wide, but he just comes in and carries the speed out of turn number 4.
Ben Cook challenging Kurtz up the inside there. Douglas picked up a bit there. Kurtz has got one last opportunity here. Fantastic ride from Jamin Lidsey.
Well,
he was fast there.
Yeah, you see earlier on he was pretty quick, so Kurtz just 1 point in that one, so he's gone 3-3-1. So look to the restart. Got a
you
good
can see
little
Kurtz,
jump.
he jumps well, but right now he's just spinning the wheel and then it goes again. And it just put him in a bad position. But Lidsey didn't even really try and get over the top of Douglas, and Kurtz has put himself in a good position right there, and then he picks up, and he was actually lucky not to pick up the back wheel of Ryan Douglas. Lidsey's just kept his speed going on the outside. Big run here, couple of meters wider. It looks like he's in trouble there, but then all of a sudden
he's got the
drive, and he rode right around Ryan Douglas on.
He certainly ran his own race. He didn't allow the others to control him. He knew where he wanted to put the bike, and certainly did well, didn't he?
Clever riding to ride his own race and to not worry about what the other guys are doing.
So Sedgman out of the red, Tungate out of the blue, Masters and Kelleher. Kelleher putting it down in that last one. He would have been disappointed with that.
Yeah, he picked up the 1 point though because Zach Cook was excluded. Kelleher's actually having a bit of bike trouble tonight. He's riding his spare bike. He's had an ignition problem on the main bike, and he's actually had to ride his spare. So hopefully for the next race, he can be back onto his number 1 bike.
Kelleher very wide once again.
Sedgman hasn't done a lot tonight so far, but we'll see if he can pull a start from the inside gate. Rowan Tungate next to him on the 2, and Sam Masters on 3.
Tungate comes in with 5. If he can grab a win, that'll put him up to 8. That'll put him 1 ahead of Brady Kurtz.
Sure will.
Sits on 7 as we go into this heat number 10, sponsored by Zach. Tungate drops down into the rut there. You can see it's quite deep. Pulls the bike back. Good run out of the position number 1 for Justin Sedgman. Got a nice little jump. Tungate.
Oh, pick up for Sedgman there. Does that give Tungate the run on the inside? Sedgman very, very wide into that turn.
Still got plenty of drive out there, Jace. He's still,
yeah,
still
but Masters comes through on the inside here as well, Kevy. Yeah. Sedgman lost his whole run there on that with that lift. Tungate through in the blink of an eye, and he'll probably put some distance into them now. But Sam Masters through into second. Sedgman third, Kelleher trailing. Tungate's fast when he gets out in front.
Yeah, he gets a clear vision, clear sets of heels. He knows only one way to go. That's the elbow down and the throttle wide open.
Yeah. Have a look here. Tungate's not actually going as wide as the other riders are down the straights. He's actually running over like 2/3 of the width of the starting straight, and he's picking his bike up and not letting it drift. He's trying to get it onto the middle of the tyre.
Yeah, trying
to get maximum traction.
Yeah, right where the drive is. Picks it up there. Sort of
you
almost
look at him there.
the
He's
down.
nearly over gate 2 there.
Yeah.
So he's picking the bike up early on the exit of the corner and letting it drive on the middle of the tyre down the straight.
Well, that takes him to 8 points now. Look back at the replay. Sedgman got a good jump. Tungate went very well out as well, but
they were all pretty close there. Sedgman's gone in and ridden a great first turn around the inside. Picks up here.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of speed there, but he could have brought that bike back in. He's just gone way too wide. Look at the difference
right
in the line.
Right out in the loose stuff there,
Tungate gets past him, and then all of a sudden he starts getting the dirt off Tungate. Slows him down, and Masters ran through on the inside. Tungate's smooth and fast. Front wheel almost over the white line all the way around. Tight line down the straight. He looks fast. He's actually changing his lines up a bit through the race as well, trying to find whereabouts on the track he's getting the best run.
Okay, as we go to number 11 now. Chris Holder. Holder really needs to make something happen.
He does, because there's Rowan Tungate on 8 points, Chris Holder on 2 points. They're pretty well level now.
Yep.
For the championship wise.
Absolutely.
So Chris will be quite happy, I think, with the fact he's got the 1 gate here. But Nick Morris has had a decent ride first time, not so good last time. Kai Thompson's in the Australian Championships through experience with Zach Cook off the outside as well.
Holder on 3. If he can grab a win here, he'll take him up to 6.
Yeah, sorry, I took a point off him, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said he was on 2, but he got a point in the first race.
Nice jump there from Holder. Nice and tight, plenty of drive right on the inside of that. It's got a nice little jump. Oh, lifts again there.
That was Kai Thompson, and there must be a couple of ruts starting to form on the exit of turn 2 there. But Chris Holder doing what he needs to do out in front.
Morris doing well in second.
Yeah, Chris is just picking his lines now. Morris in second place behind him, not really getting too close. But Chris is still riding a pretty tight line on 1 and 2, and down the other end he's going in a bit wider and pulling it back a bit.
Which is what we saw Tungate doing. He's pulling it back to near that centre of the track as he comes through. Pretty much where Holder was right then.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, he caught those ruts there. Chris himself. Oh, Thompson did again as well. You just catch those ruts on slightly the wrong angle, and it just shoots you past the corner.
Takes Holder to 6. He'll be happy with that one, that's for sure, Jace.
Yeah, definitely. He needed that. Gate 1, you wouldn't expect Chris Holder to lose too many races off gate 1, regardless of the competition.
Yeah.
See again, he actually didn't get away that well. The bike spun a little bit initially, but he picked up drive on the way to the corner, and obviously having the inside, he's gone in front wheel over the white line. You're allowed to do that, by the way. It's only the rear wheel that's not allowed to cross the white line. Kai Thompson in third place. You see him, he caught those ruts there, didn't he?
Absolutely. Certainly changed the direction of the motorcycle very quickly.
Yeah. From that point on, Chris Holder's on his way home. Thompson caught the ruts again there. Needs to change his lineup a little bit. Gave him a warning in the first lap.
Heat number 12, Max Frick. In the red, Jordan Stewart, Todd Kurtz and Jack Holder.
Max, I think, will be, again, quite happy to be off the one. Jordan Stewart's been a bit disappointing tonight. I had a word with him after his last race, and he wasn't all that happy with himself because he got himself out of the start. He was off gate one. He rode a decent first turn, but too wide down the other end, and Lidsey got past him. But see what he can do in this race. Todd Kurtz off gate 3. Jack Holder out there off gate 4.
Well, Frick's on 5, so if he can take the win, puts him on 8, so that'll have him and Tungate at the end of the third round on 8 points.
Yeah, that's a good start. It's good to go into the interval with 7, 8, 9 points. Brady Kurtz on 7. He won't be so happy. He had a third place in his last one, but
yep. Well, Jack Holden needs to find something too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, there's still a few races left for everybody, but every point counts. Frick's made a good start there. Frick's away, look at that. Jordan Stewart, second. Todd Kurtz up the inside. Snuck through on the inside of Geordie. Jack Holder at the back, he's driven through on the inside of Jordan Stewart as well.
Very close racing, Jace.
Very close racing. Frick's not quite pulling away, but Jack Holder's going to put a lot of pressure on Todd Kurtz up the inside here. Track's actually dried out quite a bit, Kevy. They put some water down, but it's taking a lot of moisture.
Yeah, it blew off pretty quick. It's still pretty warm out there.
Yeah, it is. Good ride here from Todd Kurtz so far. Jack Holder's not really putting him under any pressure, and Max Frick's just starting to pull away a bit, just starting to put a bit of a gap in. Jack Holder's not close enough to make a move yet with 1 lap to go.
They've all come through there all clearly through the ruts that time round.
Yeah.
So Max Frick will take it out. That'll take him to 8 points.
Good ride from Todd Kurtz in second as well. Jack Holder will be disappointed with that one.
Holder came through very tight towards the finish. Checkers man had to step out of the way. As we look at the replay here, you can see a great jump. Yeah, clean
Frick's
start.
Clean. Look at him. He's just lifted the front wheel.
Yeah, not too high. Put it straight into the turn. Nicely done.
Yeah, right round the inside line on the first turn. Jordan Stewart's just drifted too wide there off 2. Todd Kurtz through on the inside. Again up the back straight. Jack Holder's going straight for the inside. Jordan's offline. Jack rides through. Good ride from Todd Kurtz, actually. From that point there, it looked like Jack Holder might have put himself in a position to challenge, but he never really got close enough after that.
I'll get the points sent through to us shortly.
Yeah, Frick's looking pretty smooth and pretty fast, although he didn't put that much of a gap into Todd Kurtz there, but Max is pretty smart. He possibly trying something with his bike and seeing if it's better or worse, and that's something that the guys need to be doing in a meeting like this tonight. The water's going down, but it is drying the track out. The track is still drying quite quickly, so they need to be on top of what they're doing with their bikes. They need to make sure that they're making any changes that they're making them at the right time.
Well, the lighting's very good, Jace, as we look around the circuit.
Yeah, the lighting looks really good. The whole show looks good.
I'll call the support. Jason, you go and have a chat to a few of the boys, see what's going on. So Pickering will be looking to make it 3 from 3 as we wait for him to come around in the white. There he is there. So out of the red, Aidan Clare, Isaiah Hartley, Josh Pickering and Jack Morris in the yellow. Big crowd in here at Wodonga tonight to watch all the action live, and plenty of people from all around the world tuning in to NRG TV's coverage tonight, so a big shout out to all of you. Starter's hands. Good clean start. Pickering in the white. Goes straight into turn 1 very well. So Pickering it is who really has a good view of the circuit at the moment. Aidan Clare in second place. In the yellow it is Jack Morris. And the blue Isaiah Hartley round out the top 4. In this, the support race. Well, we'll take a look. Just received a message to show us the results. I'll have a quick look at those. So Max Frick, as we said earlier, on 8 points. Rowan Tungate also on 8 points. On 7 points, you've got Brody Kurtz. Todd Kurtz is on 4 points, so he's going pretty well. Jaden Lindsay on 7 points. So it's certainly going to be very close racing here tonight at round 4 of the Australian Speedway Championships. Hayden Williams shortly, I think he was going to try and catch up with Chris Holder.
Well, with that moto in the books, we do see the end of round 3 of racing. Got another man up here and a great result in that one. Chris Holder, welcome back to Australia. Welcome to NRG TV. How's it going out there?
Tough start, but you know, had gate 1 in that last one, and gate 1's pretty good. So made a few changes too, because in the 2 before, like I had bad gates, but I wasn't really that fast either. So made some changes then, and the bike felt good. So hopefully, sign of things to come.
We are seeing that inside gate, that gate 1 and 2, you're pretty much not getting a start if you're on that outside. Is that the looser soil starting to form up?
Yes, kind of, but it's just a lot more moisture there. You know, there's not much moisture in the track at the minute, but gate 1 and 2 sort of don't get run over by everybody when we're racing. So definitely, if you got gate 1 especially, you'd be happy boy tonight.
Where are you looking in that 4th heat?
I think I'm off gate 3, so it's going to be nice, isn't it? But hopefully they're going to do a pretty good track prep in a sec, and hopefully put some more water in it and just get that dust away, and hopefully the track gets even better.
Now, talking about the track, throughout the whole day everyone said it was going to bake, it's going to be hard pack. Now, loamy, a lot of grooves, a lot of movement with the back wheel.
Yeah, it's still really hard, but it's getting some pretty crazy grooves in the track, and when we catch them the wrong way, it's just like instant takeoff, you know, there's no real warning for it, so it's kind of tricky when you're close to people to make sure you don't hit them the wrong way. You can catch them up really quick, so it's not easy when you're behind, for sure.
Enjoying racing back in Australia? Obviously, it's got to be nice to be back around the racing consistently.
Yeah, 100%. Man, I ain't raced over here for the last 4 years or something, so it's good to be on the road and travelling around as part of the fun. And I'm not too fussed about. Well, obviously, I want to do very good, but it's not the end of the world. So just having a good time.
And we're only a couple of days now, and we head up to Curry. Anything you're going to change up before we head in there?
I don't know, maybe service my engine, maybe, I don't know. See what happens tonight. It's, like I said, slow start, but the last one was better, so we might be onto it now and try and make the most of these outside gates.
So you can run into that final?
I've got to get there. I can't let Maxie slip away too far, because then it'll be too much to bring back. So if I can keep him close, then send it in the last one.
Send it, that's what we want to hear. Chris Holder, once again, thank you for joining us on NRG TV.
Thank you.
All the best out there. That was Chris Holder. We're just getting into a bit of a track preparation. Let's throw out to a quick commercial break here at round 4 of the 2019 Australian Speedway Championships. As I said, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't get out of your seat. We'll be back momentarily.
Okay, they come out once again. A bit of track prep, Jason Crump. Riders all saying it's been a bit dusty.
Yeah, the riders were saying to me that when they when you're behind, the dirt's quite fine, so it's making it a little bit difficult to see the ruts in the track, the dust causing. But other than that, they all seem pretty happy with the track, and the guys that are in front are really enjoying it.
Well, you would expect so. They would need to. Jack Holder out of the red, Justin Sedgman, Zach Cook and Ben Cook, the brothers there in the white and yellow heat 13. Brought to you by Pops.
Jack Holder needs to get a win here if he wants to have any sort of chance of making the B final.
Yeah, he's only on 5 points, Jack Holder, so he certainly needs to get up there a little bit.
Yeah, disappointing night for Sedgman so far. The Cook boys, as we've said, they're in these championships for experience and trying to get some racecraft. Bit of work's been done on the track, Kevy, actually. You can see there's a bit of water down. They've graded. Good start from Sedgman. Great start from Sedgman. Straight over the top of Jack Holder. Ben Cook with the better of the battle between the brothers. Oh, Sedgman caught a rut again there. Oh, Ben Cook. Oh, he's hit the fence. Oh, he's lucky to stay on there. Sedgman's a little bit wide. Jack Holder right round the inside line. Hasn't quite paid off. But Sedgman's moved over there. Holder through on the inside. Sedgman looks totally uncomfortable on the bike at the moment.
Looks to be fighting it a little bit, but it is Jack Holder. We said he needs to get some maximum points, sitting on 5 points coming into it.
Yeah, he's got an easy run through there on the inside of Justin Sedgman. You can see actually Jack Holder's bike starting to, looks like a bit of smoke coming off the primary chain there. Ben Cook into 3rd place after that save there. Oh, he's in trouble. Ben Cook's looks like his bike's broken down. Younger brother Zach goes through for a point. Jack Holder takes a win, 3 points. Justin Sedgman 2. Zach Cook into 3rd for 1 point. Ben Cook lucky to stay on board the bike. Oh, looks like he's got a puncher. What's a start from Sedgman off 2? He's made a blinder there.
Kept the front wheel down and drove it right
straight
into
across
turn 1.
the top of Jack Holder off gate 1. Rode a good first turn. Jack Holder was only going to try on the inside, and Sedgman goes in here. A little bit tight in the bike, and you can see he just picks a rut up just about now.
Yep.
He got away with that one. Lost a bit of run. Here goes Ben Cook behind him. He's off the... Oh, he clobbered the fence there. But at the front, you see Sedgman's just that little bit wide. Jack Holder's right round the inside.
Nicely done. So Holder grabs the 3. Takes him to 8 points. Puts him right back in the mix there, doesn't it? He's had one more start than the other guys, but good way to start the 4th round for him. This is going to be a tough race here. Certainly is. Zane Kelleher, Max Frick, Chris Holder, Brody Kurtz. We heard Aidan talking to Holder. He just needs to find some more. He was talking about the outside start. Just didn't seem to be working for him, and he's in gate 3 again. Yeah, and Brady Kurtz off gate 4 again. The inexperienced Zane Kelleher off the inside, so Max Frick will be fancying his chances of being able to get across the top of him on the way into the first turn. Two championship leaders here, Kevy. Yeah, a bit of gardening going on right now, Jason. These starts are so important here. Well, that was another thing that the boys all told me, was the fact that the ruts at the starting line are actually really deep, to the point that some of them are too deep to actually go in because the exhaust's bottoming out, so the back tyre's not making full contact with the ground. So I'd say they're probably 8 to 10 centimetres deep at the moment. So Kelleher it is in 1, Frick in 2, Holder and Kurtz.
Kurtz has made a great start from gate 4 there. Frick
Absolutely.
on the inside.
Oh,
Maybe a bit wide there, but
bring it
he's
back
kept
through.
his speed going. Brady Kurtz on the back wheel of Max Frick. Chris Holder back in 3rd place.
Well, that's where the championship is.
Brady Kurtz has got some speed going now. Chris Holder's not where he needs to be. He's not in a position to put a challenge on Brady Holder at the moment. Good corner from Max Frick there around the inside.
Frick running his own race very clear. Kurtz is the one who has to push to try and make it up. Holder coming in on the back of that front 3. The newbie Zane Kelleher rounding out the 4th position on the track at the moment. 1 lap to go.
Max Frick's got all the track to work with. Brady Kurtz caught a rut there and went past the corner, but far enough ahead of Chris Holder not to lose position. Disappointing race here for oh, tapes didn't go.
The restart there. The tapes didn't go on the inside.
Just wondering if we didn't see anything there, but I'm wondering if they didn't go up because Tungate had gone into them at all. We couldn't see, I don't know, but
see if we can scroll back and have a look at that start again.
here we go. Watch Rowan off gate 4, see if he moved at all. No, he didn't move at all.
You can see he hadn't moved, the tapes hadn't even gone.
Absolutely.
This is the problem they were having earlier. They were spraying some lubricant, it was jamming on the inside, so they'll have to reset that. Zane Kelleher there.
It was actually interesting before They were saying about Zane Kelleher being a motocross rider. When I finished racing in 2012, I went up to Rockhampton, and the first time I met Zane Kelleher, he was a start marshal at the first Speedway meeting they had back at the Rockhampton Showgrounds, and I think he watched that meeting as a starting marshal at the starting line.
Got the bug.
Went home, sold his motocross bike the next day, and bought a Speedway bike.
Must have been something about the smell of the fuel out there, Jace.
Must have been, and he's come a long way. He's finding the competition tough in an Australian Championship, but he's made the commitment to travel to all the rounds. He qualified through the Queensland Speedway Championship by being the top Queensland rider in that. Rowan Tungate's getting a bit of extra work in off the starting line there. You can see those ruts. We can't exactly see how deep they are from these angles, but
you notice it when they sort of drop in.
Yeah.
Getting to the business end of the night. The riders all there chatting about what's going on out there at the track.
Social bunch.
They are, aren't they?
Bit of a problem here with the tapes. Hopefully they can get that fixed in the next couple of minutes. Have a test run now. Clean. Yeah, they went perfectly there.
Yeah, clean that time. In the pits having a bit of a look around.
Looks like Max Frick's dad, Roger, checking the primary chain. He's got his headlamp on. Max actually runs a hydraulic clutch on his bikes. I think he's the only rider here. It's something that not so many riders use on Speedway bikes.
Well, you lose the feel, don't you?
You lose a bit of feel, but I think Max has ridden a lot of KTM dirt bikes, especially when he was younger, and he seems to like it. Not many do.
Well, we try again for heat number 15. Rowan Tungate in the yellow. Todd Kurtz in the white, Kai Thompson and Jamin Lindsay.
Tungate's right up next to the fence off 4.
Yeah, very high, isn't he?
He's made a good start. Not as good as Jamin Lindsay from the inside. We'll see how much pace Tungate's got here. He's right around the inside. Looks like he's got a run on.
Position.
Oh, he's pushed
position.
him over. Straight through, and Lindsay's back on the inside. Not quite. Rowan shut the gate there. Tungate's generating a lot of pace. You could see around the first corner how much pace he had on.
Yeah, and kept the drive right out of turn number 2.
Yeah. Oh, Thompson's hit a rut there again. But Todd Kurtz, was it? Sorry. Oh, Tungate's caught it. Yeah.
Yeah, the riders were saying
you can see the ruts there. The actual ruts off the corner are actually quite aggressive, and if you get the angles right going across the ruts, you get a tremendous amount of drive off them. But if you get it just a little bit wrong, it can be a big problem. But Tungate here is showing a lot of pace. Lidsey in second place, riding a good race, just can't quite stay with him.
So Tungate will take it. That'll take him up to 11 points. That's exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Jamin Lindsay grabs 2 points.
Here we go from the start again. You can see Tungate's. He's made a fair start from 4, but Lidsey's made a flyer from gate 1. Tungate's clamped straight across and gone right to the inside line. Just right there, you can see how much speed he's got. Lidsey nearly had the pace to pull it across him, but not quite. Tungate's gone through. From this point here, Lidsey looked like he might have got a run on him, but Tungate picked the bike up and had enough pace to keep going.
There's those ruts that you're talking about. I spoke to Chris Holder earlier. He said if you actually get both wheels in there, he just slingshots it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the good riders can do. But you know, even the good guys, you get it slightly wrong, with slightly wrong angle, you're in a bit of trouble.
In strife, aren't you? Okay, Nick Morris, Ryan Douglas, Jordan Stewart and Sam Masters out in the yellow. Well, the outside is starting to come alive a bit, Jason.
The track is starting to actually produce a few lines, and you know, Rowan was very clever there the way he did that up the inside, right round the inside, generated a bit of speed coming from the outside into the turn 1, got straight to the inside line and held that all the way round. He used the ruts really well off the turn.
So heat 16, Nick Morris, Ryan Douglas, Jordan Stewart and Sam Masters.
Yeah, I spoke to Nick just before actually, and he said he was looking forward to his next couple of rides. I think he's drawn the inside gates in them.
Well, Masters only on 6 points at this stage.
What's Nick Morris on, Kevy?
Morris is on 4 points.
Oh, okay. Masters has made a good one there. Not quite as good as Morris. Jordan, he's out in the blue. Douglas back to the inside. Sam Masters straight to the outside. Oh, Blue was way off the track there, and he picks up Ryan Douglas. He was way over the line there, surely. He's pushing through. Sam can't quite get the speed to get down across the top of him. Oh, Douglas is in trouble there. Sam's had to change his line, put him back to the inside. Douglas caught those ruts again. He's caught them a few times. Sam should pull through on the inside of him there. Yeah. Jordan Stewart's having a go around the outside here. All the time Morris pulls away in front. Sam Masters had to ride hard there. Douglas caused him a bit of trouble there for a lap.
Clean run though, clean run from Nick Morris all the way through.
Geordie Stewart's having a good go on Douglas, but just short. Good ride for Nick Morris there, puts him up onto 7.
Yeah, he certainly need to grab some, but continue on with that. With the next one, could see him in the B.
Yeah, he's made a great start from the inside there. Sam Masters has got away pretty decent from 4. Douglas straight to the inside. Puts a bit of pressure on Nick there, and Sam's coming on the outside. Into here, watch Douglas here. Watch him here. Look how tight he is. Yeah, he's way over.
Way over the line, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Way over the line. For a long way around the corner. He's picked up there once. Masters held the line.
So how do they have judges in the inside of the track looking at that, or how does that work?
Oh, I don't know actually. I'm not sure. Maybe you need to go and have a talk to the ref and tell him that we can see on the TV.
No, because then they might come and start asking our opinions.
Well, that was there's a couple of good races there. The outside start's not quite as good as the inside just yet, but the riders are starting to get there a bit more, and you know, we've only got one round of heats left before the B final, so
certainly going to be interesting as we head into them.
There's a few guys, like we look at Nick Morris there, he's just come off the one gate, looked really good. I think he's got the one in his next race as well. So all of a sudden he can
grab some points.
He can grab some points. Yeah, he's got one in his next ride. So be interesting to see what comes about.
Just going to have a chat to some of the guys. So back to the support, the last of the support races. Second last, I'll have one more before the finals actually. Josh Pickering out in the yellow, Hayden Clark in the white, and Jack Morris in the blue. Good jump from Pickering that time. Once again, comes in nicely, as you'd expect. The reserve rider for the Australian Championship, Pickering. Jack Morrison second, then we go back to Hayden Clark. But it's Pickering who has done ever so well in all of these support races, keeping his eye in if the opportunity comes in the final round as for the reserve to come in. So as we head into some more track work, it is two riders that are on 11 points, Max Frick and Rowan Tungate. They're both on 11 points. The replay comes up for the support race. Brady Kurtz is on 9. Seven points for Nick Morris. 7 points for Chris Holder. 8 points for Jack Holder. Eight points for Jamin Lindsay.
Available to him as his bike is on fire. If we could get a fire extinguisher down to turns 3 and 4. A fire extinguisher for James Pearson. Okay, while I do have this break, we're just putting out the fire. We'll head down to Mark Jones on the infield, who is a special guest.
Yeah, we're down here with Jamie Lindsay, current Victorian State Champion. 10 points from 4 rides tonight, mate. Have to be happy with that.
Yeah, not too bad. Points for a championship, so not finished the championship yet. We're still one more to go, so yeah, just keep quite playing.
Absolutely. 13 place at Undira. That was a great result after almost making the final at Gilman as well, and just sort of dropped a little round there at Mildura. But yeah, so hopefully we can do a few more points and get itself into the final.
Yeah, I had a good one at Gilman and then off the home track and bounced back at Undira and yeah, managed to make the final, which was good. And first Aussie final and yeah, keep going tonight and hopefully I can make the semi as well tonight and yeah, keep playing today.
Last 4 hits for the riders. So if they're going to make it a chance or a challenge to get into maybe a B final, this is your last chance. And heat 17 is sponsored by the Giroggery Hotel. Riding in red, Benny Cook. He's on 3 points. Riding in blue and looking for more in this heat is Chris Holder. He's on 7 points. A win here will put him on 10. Sam Masters in white. He's got 8 points. So a win for him. That might guarantee
Heat 17. Heat 17 it is, and very much an important round, Jason Crump.
Yeah, Chris Holder goes into Heat 17 on 7 points. He needs a win here to guarantee himself a
B main.
I think he's possibly going to have to rely on a few other riders
To have a bad one.
to have a slot in direct into the A final for sure.
Yep. One rounder heats to go before we go to the B and the A final here at Wodonga. Cook, Holder, Masters and Kurtz.
Todd Kurtz. Great start from Chris Holder there, straight to the inside. Freshly prepared track. Chris doing exactly what he needs to do. Sam Masters in second place, Todd Kurtz in third, Ben Cook at the back. Actually see Chris Holder pull himself forward then on the bike when he was heading for those ruts. Oh, he's
Gone wide then.
yeah. Well, he's doing what he needs to do, isn't he, Kevy? He needed the win. He needed the win to have any chance of going direct into the A. He's done that. Sam Masters riding a decent race in second place. Todd Kurtz third. Benny Cook at the back. And this will put Chris on to 10.
Well, now he's just got to wait and see how it unfolds, but he comes through, takes it out, up on the back wheel. A beautiful run that time from Chris Holder. That's what we'd expect to see from Holder.
Yeah, we would. Got it done right at the start of the race with a great start. Across the top of Ben Cook, into the first turn, right around the inside, front wheel firmly over the white line there.
See, those ruts there are still playing havoc. As I said, if you can get into them, you can get good drive, but they can definitely unsettle you. We've seen plenty of that tonight.
So that gives Chris 10. Across the line on the back wheel. I think his brother could be the one to knock him out if he manages a win here.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick Morris, Zane Kelleher, Jack Holder, Jamie Lindsay. Morris has been riding pretty well. He's on the inside.
Yeah, and he sparked up with a win in his last race from down there on the inside. So, you know, if Nick Morris gets in front, he's a very, very difficult rider to overtake. You got the points there, Kev?
Yeah, just having a quick look right now.
Sam Masters got. He got 2.
Sam Masters is 3, 4, 5, 6. He's on 8.
He's on 8. Yeah. So we've got Nick Morris in red from 1, Kelleher blue from 2. Jack Holder white from 3, Jamin Lidsey on 4 in yellow. It's an important race for these guys. They all need points.
Yeah, it certainly, if it doesn't happen now, it's not going to happen, that's for sure. Jack Holder's on 8.
What's Lidsey on?
Same.
Under orders. Morris from the inside. Jack Holder's nearly got there with him on the outside, but just moved over a bit. And Jack Holder back to the inside as he got the run. No, not quite. Nick Morris is there, but Jack's right round the inside. Oh, that was tight. Jamin Lidsey ran the outside of Jack Holder into second place. Here we go. Lidsey going for the big one around Nick Morris. Jack Holder on the inside. This is a race. Holder back through on the inside of Lidsey.
Oh, very wide from Lidsey there.
Holder there. And here they come. That Morris is on the wrong part of the track. Jack Holder right round the outside of him. Has Morris got an answer? He's going to have to try and use these ruts. Not quite. Great ride, Jack Holder. Used the dirt there. Had to deal with Lidsey as well. Morris is catching those ruts all over the place, and Jack Holder just getting in front of him. Jamin Lidsey in 3rd place.
Takes him to 11.
Jack Holder wins
now
it.
to 11.
Nick Morris 2nd. Lidsey 3rd.
Yep.
Zane Kelleher at the back. Watch the start again. Morris gets away well. Lidsey had a plan there. He's got away quite well off gate 4, but look how wide he goes. Jack Holder's almost got across the top of Morris, but not quite. And we see here he's cut back to the inside, planning a good run. They get very, very close here. Holder's on the ruts. He did a good job there to save himself from running in. And then Lidsey comes into the question here, around the outside of Jack Holder. And there we go. Jack Holder just kept his speed on, and he's moved to the outside around Nick Morris. But Nick's getting a pretty awkward ride around the inside there, Kev. He's caught every rut in the track.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of ruts on that inside, so that's why they're starting to push out a little wider.
But that, what did you say? That puts Jack Holder onto 11, does
11,
it?
Yep.
There you go. He's pretty happy with that.
Can we get some bike noise, some ambient bike noise? Bike noise.
Jack Holder's pretty happy with that. That was an important race for him. We were talking earlier on in the night. It's great to see the air fence here from at the Speedway. Yep. Peter Campton and the guys from Curry Speedway actually got it down here for the Albury-Wodonga Club to use tonight. And the air fence will actually go back to Curry for the round at Curry on Saturday.
Yeah, it's got to be packed up tonight, put back in the shipping container, picked up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So the guys got plenty of work ahead of them.
They have, yeah. Jack Holder talking about it with his dad, Mick.
Well, the next one, Max Frick's in the next one. Crumpy, he's sitting on 11 points, so he's certainly in a great position out of the white grid 3.
Kai Thompson in red from 1. Justin Sedgman blue 2. Max Frick white 3. And the wild man Ryan Douglas from yellow position 4.
Sedgman's only on 4 points, so he's certainly a tough night for him.
Yeah, he's struggling to find a bit of form at the moment, Justin. And Max Frick, it's a race here that Max can, if Max wins this race, that gives him, I'm pretty sure that probably gives him first pick in the final.
Yep.
So he's going to want the 3 points. He's made a good start there. Straight across the top of the riders there. Oh, he's picked up.
Picked up there for sure.
That was a bit of a hairy first turn. Frick straight to the outside, trying to find himself a smooth line to ride on. Good first turn from Ryan Douglas as well.
Been quite choppy through there, through turns 1 and 2, isn't it?
Yeah, you see Frick there, he actually straightened the bike up to go across those ruts there. You'd expect that from Max.
Well, he's leading the championship. This win will take him to 14 points.
He's looking really good. Look, he's riding much wider than anybody's ridden, and he's getting a really good run out there now.
Certainly setting for a good set of finals, JC.
Yeah, definitely. He's been himself and Rowan Tungate have been the form riders. Maybe, I think Rowan can actually join him on 14.
Yeah, he will, and Rowan's from the red this time, so that'll help him.
Okay, so we'll have to go back to see who beat who in the heats to see who gets the pick. Great ride from Max Frick there. Ryan Douglas in second and Kai Thompson in third. Great start from Max Frick. You see him pick up a bit there on the first turn, but he rode it well. Straight bike, didn't put him too wide and losing
yeah, well,
too much ground.
The time that Frick and Tungate came together, Frick won that one.
Okay.
So yeah, so that'll give him position 1 if Tungate wins this one.
Good ride from Max Frick. He actually looked really fast there. Used a really wide line, smooth. How many points does Ryan Douglas have, Kevy?
Ryan Douglas is on 3, 5. He had 5 points coming into that one. Okay, 6 points, I should say.
So that puts him onto 8. He could find himself in the B. Rowan Tungate from gate 1 in red. Zach Cook blue 2. Brady Kurtz white 3. Jordan Stewart yellow from 4.
So Kurtz is on 9.
He needs a couple of points here. Anything less than a couple of points for Kurtz and he'll be going to the B.
Yep, absolutely. Well, first or a second here will put Tungate into the A.
Yeah.
Well, this is how you want it to come down to, Crumpy. This kind of racing, isn't it?
Definitely, and they've every one of the riders tonight's put 110% in.
Yep.
Tricky track conditions. The track's producing some good racing. The line's working out a bit wider now. The ruts around the inside are there for the guys that are brave enough to try their hand.
So heat 20 brought to you by GJ Gardner Home. So Tungate out of position 1. Good jump from Tungate. Nicely done.
Jordan Stewart's made a good start from the outside.
Yeah, he's
Kurtz
come
is
around.
right down there on the inside. And Geordie's got a bit of a run going there, but Tungate's fast, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been methodical tonight. You did say early on in the night it's the kind of track he would have been coming into here tonight going, I've really got to make my bid now, and he's certainly doing that. Rowan Tungate leads the way from Last time for the support riders. 500 support, and we've certainly seen Josh Pickering being very dominating tonight as the reserve rider. Didn't get to make the heat races tonight, but he's put on a great show and keeping his eye in as we head to Curry on Saturday night. If you're up in the Newcastle area, make sure you get out to the Curry circuit for what will be a fantastic night's racing to decide the championship for 2019. Josh Pickering will have to wait and see whether he can get in there. As we would expect, a great start again from Pickering in the blue helmet in second. It is Aidan Clark. Well, good run there. Well, Clark's dropped back. So it's Jack Morris there in second, out a little bit wider. The points have come through, so 14 points for Rowan Tungate, as we said earlier, 14 points for Max Frick. Then we go back to the next lot is on 11 points, and that of course is, just trying to look at the photo that they've sent us. Jack Holder on 11, and so too Brody Kurtz, but we think it'll be Kurtz who'll go for that third position. So Holder back to the B main, along with Chris Holder. And the other two in the B main look like they will be Sam Masters and Jamin Lindsay, both on 10 points. So Lindsay, Sam Masters and Chris Holder all on 10, and Jack on 11 for the B final. Final, pretty important time. So we have a look. Jack Holder, Jamin Lindsay, Chris Holder and Sam Masters in the yellow. Where's your money?
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the two younger guys on the inside actually win this race. I mean, Jack Holder's, he looked really good in his last ride. Lindsay's been pretty solid. Chris had a win in his last race, but this is, you know, Sam's off gate 4. There's probably not a lot out there at this stage of the night, but you never know what can happen with the guys on the inside of you. It's this is a tough race with the winner going, with only the winner going through.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got the 3 qualifiers already sitting out in the infield that are already there to pick their gates quickly.
Doing plenty of work at the starting line. A little bit of work on the track, bit of water down, light grade. Chris Holder's got a tough race on his hands here, Kevy.
He certainly has, and he needs to be right in amongst it in this final with the points where they were sitting.
Yeah, for sure, because
only 3 of these guys get the World Championship qualifying opportunity.
Here we go, you're getting ready for a start. Where are we? Chris Holder's made a good start, but Jack's right round the inside. Chris has gone straight for the dirt.
Looking for the drive.
He's going for it, he's gone for the big corner. Jack Holder's gone out.
Oh.
They're all way wide, and Chris has come through on the inside. We'll see the Holder boys battle it out now, but Chris Holder to the front, and he's gone a bit wider than he would have wanted. Jamin Lindsay in third, Sam Masters at the back. Chris Holder doing exactly what he needed to do there. Jack was in a good position and probably felt the pressure from his big brother a bit. But they, Lindsay was in a bit of trouble there. I don't think Jack's probably got the pace to do too much about Chris.
Yeah, no, I think Chris has got he's running a bit tighter line now. Last lap to go.
See how far forward Chris is sitting on the bike when he's going over those ruts. But he needed to do that. He needed the win there.
It was a big move to go out right really wide, wasn't it?
Well, he
didn't have an option.
He didn't have an option. That was the thing. He didn't have an option. He did what he did what a guy with experience would do, Kevy.
Yep.
Don't go to the middle. Go much further than that. And it paid off. But here from the start, Chris actually made a really good start from gate 3. And as we get to the corner, you see he's probably actually in a good position. But Jack's ridden right round the inside, and you look how wide Chris goes, and he generates a real lot of speed up the back straight. He's gone in there. Jack's caught a bit of a rut and he's shot himself further past the corner than he wanted to be, and Chris had to turn back a bit. Almost Lidsey and Masters were in it there, but from that point on, Chris has gone in and he's put himself right in front of Jack there. And yeah, little brother Jack had no answer to big brother Chris.
No, well, he's it's all a learning experience for him, but well, that puts Chris Holder into the A final, so we're certainly going to be in for a good one. Having a look, there's the riders picking their gates. Frick in one.
It's going to be a big surprise if Frick doesn't take one. Brady Kurtz is really the only... I will be surprised for Tungate to take 2, because with gate 1 being as good as what it is, you probably give yourself a bit of a gap between from that position. But then, I don't know, it's a difficult one. But
he's going to be hoping for a great drive, isn't he?
Frick's definitely going to take 1. You'd put money on that.
Frick in 1, in 2 it looks like absolutely going to be
Tungate.
Tungate 3.
Kurtz is going to take 3, I would say.
Yeah, he went right out wide. He's come back in now to do his gardening, so we'll see Chris Holder from the very outside. But he's also known that outside line can give him the drive too, Jace.
For sure, absolutely for sure. And as I said, Chris, the experience of Chris showed that, you know, don't go halfway to the outside, go to the full outside.
Chris just missed the apex and Max dove underneath him, and don't be surprised if we see something similar here. I know Max is sort of thinking one, but some different things can happen in that first.
So there we have, there's 48 points when we went into this. So if we add the points that we've got now, it's going to be very interesting when we go into this. Rowan Tungate has already moved ahead of Chris Holder at this point.
Has he?
I think you'll find he has.
Yeah, you're actually probably right, yeah.
14. No, probably on equal points, I would say. So what was it? He was, because he didn't get one from the B, so he was 11.
No, it's 10.
10 and 3, 13.
No, he doesn't get any points for that.
Oh, of course. So he's 10.
So he's got, Chris has got 55.
Yep.
Rowan's got 55.
Yep, so they're on even points.
Yeah.
All right, mate, get a good choice and get into them.
Well, certainly going to make the next round at Kurri Kurri. If you're up in that area, you definitely want to get yourself out to the Kurri Kurri circuit for what's going to be a fantastic final round, round 5 of the championship. This Saturday night, coming to you from Kurri Kurri in New South Wales. The best action you're going to get sitting on the fence at Kurri Kurri, and if you can't be there, we'll bring you all the action, Jason Crump, here on NRG TV.
We will.
For about 20 minutes.
We sure will. Brady Kurtz having a look at. Sure that I'm sure he's going to take position 3. And Chris Holder just asked Brady if he's taking gate 3. Well, pretty confident that Chris Holder will be doing a pretty wide run on the first turn.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have too many other options, is he? Got 4 riders that will all get a good start. Frick, Tungate, Kurtz and Holder. What goes through your mind at this period, Jace?
I'd say there's probably a couple of riders that are wishing they had more points from the heat, so they had a better pick a gate. But I mean, at the moment, you're just really trying to.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're down here on the start line. You just see Max Frick to my left, Rowan Tungate to my right, gates 1 and 2, and these guys have both been dominant all night long. Fortunately, it turns out that this is also the battle for the championship. These men tied on points, and this is really where it's going to come down to. You see the election here, Max. Great inside line. It's been great riding all night. You've got to feel good to get off to this A final from the inside.
Yeah, I think gate 1's been the best gate all night, so I'm lucky enough to have scored enough points and make it down to gate 1 for the final and get first pick. So hopefully that gives me the little bit of advantage I need. Everyone's gone quick, so it's going to be close.
Would you call it one of the faster tracks you guys ride?
Yeah, at the minute with this series, it's definitely one of the bigger and faster tracks we're on. So hopefully, you know, any advantage I can get, I'll take.
Is this your biggest threat that you're looking at here to your right-hand side?
Yeah, both Rowan and Chris, they're the main guys in the championship at the minute, so it's coming down between us 3 at this point. So it's coming to the pointy end. There's 1 round to go after tonight, and you know it's all just a matter of being consistent and picking up as many points as I can.
You got to be feeling confident with how the championship has gone so far.
Yeah, I've got a couple of wins and a 3rd place, and you know I had a problem with the bike in one of them, so. You know, I can't complain too much. It's all going pretty well at the minute. I'm pretty happy, you know. I'm a lot fitter and healthier than I was this time last year, so that all makes a big difference.
And just quickly before we get into it, what exactly are you trying to do here on the rut for the people at home? You're trying to bring some of that loose to more moist soil into it, or are you trying to pack it in?
Yeah, I'm trying to drag in some of the loose, more tacky material. The closer it is to plasticine, the more grip there is. When it's pretty dry and hard, there's not too much grip there. So trying to get as much moisture into it and yeah, trying to get as much grip as I can from the start.
Well, good luck out there.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, we are about to go for the A final. We're going to have to get off the track here quick. As they do line up, gates are packed, everything's looking good. I think Rowan Tungate's still over there trying to get his gate pack. Kevin Williams, Jason Crump, we're going to throw back up into you in the booth. What are you thinking? Where is this A final sitting?
I'm actually thinking that Max Frick's quite happy to be having gate 1 as a choice. He's packed his rut in. Rowan Tungate off position 2. He's probably not quite as happy, but yeah, he's probably pretty satisfied with that position. Chris Holder and Brady Kurtz obviously have a bit more work to do with the 3 and 4 gates, but
we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll come back to you with the A final. So we'll take a quick commercial break now as the 250 kids go out for their last run of the night, but we're going to bring you Jason Crump.
Yeah, it sure is, and what a great night of racing we've had so far.
There's been some sensational racing. Tight for a couple of the guys in the points. As we see, the 3 of them that came into the A main, 2 on equal points. Brady Kurtz just got into there. And a great run from Chris Holder from being at 10 points to get into the A main.
Yeah, he had to race hard in that B final to get past his younger brother, and again, it's you know, it's the experience that Chris, I guess, paid off. I think he passed Jack in the B final in Gilman as well. So this is going to be a good race. We've got our 3 main riders in there and Brady Kurtz in there as well.
So there's been 5 rounds. We were at Gilman in South Australia, to Mildura, Undira, Wodonga, and then we finish out on Saturday night in New South Wales at Kurri Kurri, a fantastic circuit up there. And you want to get out there. If you're up in New South Wales, make sure you get the best action you're going to get. You're going to smell the fuel. You're going to smell the feel the atmosphere. And if you can't make it, we'll bring you all the action in your lounge chairs, on your mobile phones, wherever you are. You won't want to miss a bit of Saturday night's final. But before we get to that, tonight's final, and it's really going to set the case for Kurri Kurri, Jace.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 3 riders vying for the championship, and they've all made the final again tonight. So the series is well and truly alive, heading into the last round at Kurri. Chris Holder's going to have to pull on all of his experience here. 2012 world champion.
Yeah, he's a 5 times Australian champion, and he's going to have to pull all the stops out to make it 6, isn't he?
And there's no way that he wants to let any of these young bucks in this race beat him, that's for sure.
Well, he's going to have his work cut out, I should say, from the outside, but we have seen him get some good drive from the outside in that B final, so anybody's game.
For sure. So we've got Max Frick in red from 1, Rowan Tungate blue 2, Brady Kurtz white 3, and the former world champion from Chris Holder yellow from 4. This is a tough race. I'm glad I'm watching it rather than being in it. He's made a perfect start. Holder's there. He's going to go wide, but Brady Kurtz goes wide with him. Frick's made a mistake. Tungate up the inside. No, not quite. Frick had to pull hard across, but Brady Kurtz has got a run going. Rowan Tungate was all over the track there, lost a bit of control. Brady Kurtz is having a big go on the outside. He's lost a load of ground there. Chris Holder sneaks through, but all the time, Max Frick out the front, but Rowan Tungate up the inside, goes past him. Over. And Frick's come back on the inside. Tungate's fast around the inside. Frick's not going to go that wide again for sure. Tungate had his chance, got through on the inside. Clever corner from Frick to cut back, but he's having trouble on those ruts. Look at him fight the bike.
Yeah, fighting the bike.
And Chris Holder in 3rd place here, riding around smoothly. Look at Frick. That's rough. Tungate's got one last chance, but I don't think he's got anything left.
No, the master tonight has been Max Frick.
Great ride, Max Frick. Congratulations. He had to work for that. Great effort from Rowan Tungate as well.
Chris Holder from the outside 3rd.
Brady Kurtz put everything he had into that. Just a little bit too wide.
Well, pretty much, when you look at how they qualified and the form all night, it's come all the way through to the final, hasn't it?
The form guide carried through, and a great ride from Max Frick. And you can see from the start, Frick was away perfectly from the inside gate. He's almost a bike length clear. At this point here, Brady Kurtz looks like he's in a good spot. Tungate gets a good run. Kurtz, he crosses over, and Tungate has a go there, but Frick pulled it across him. Tungate's in a bit of trouble. Brady Kurtz has lost his run a little bit there. Chris Holder snuck round the curb. From this point, is this where Frick goes a bit wide? No, that's at the end of the race, but you can see they're fighting the bikes through those ruts.
Yeah, it certainly got fairly rough out there. What a great run that these guys have come through.
Fully deserved win for Max Frick. 14 points in the heats, 1 defeat. Great run, solid performance by Rowan Tungate. Keeps himself in the championship. He moves ahead of Chris Holder now by 1 point.
Yeah, he certainly does.
So he's pulled himself back into contention with that performance tonight. Max Frick opens up a few point lead.
Well, Aiden's going to go and grab those guys. We'll head out, Jay, so we can wrap up. Aiden Williams will catch up with them shortly, and we'll speak to you in just a moment.
Well, how about that for round 4 of the 2019 Australian Speedway Championship? Not quite able to get the job done in that one, but very, very close. We're on Tungate, 2nd place. How you feeling?
Yeah, it's a good 2nd place, and it was a good race. It's pretty tough out there with the track pretty ruddy, but Rod just commented that I was a bit out of control, but I think we're all pretty much the same, and it's not easy out there. It's hard to find the lines and do whatever. So no, I'm happy with that. I just got a big job to do, and a lot's got to go my way for the last round. It's Max is on it, and it's going to be a tough one to bring some points back, but it's not over yet.
You got to still be happy though with the points you've taken out of this event.
Sorry?
Still got to be happy with the points you've taken from this event.
Yeah, I dropped 1 point and then 1 point again in the final, so it's a positive.
What's on the next weekend then? Oh, not even next weekend. The weekend now. You got 3 days to redo it. What are we going to change up before Curry?
Nothing. I'll just go there and same again. Just plug away race by race and collect the points. That's all I can do.
Well, congratulations, Rowan. We'll see you out there in only a few days' time. Jump in here now with Chris Holder. We'll just bring you over here, Chris. Mate, that start ever so crucial in the final. And proved it again. Those inside gates too strong.
That's what you get for not qualifying very good, you know. So managed to get through the B, which was tough, and then yeah, off the outside in the last one with them two or them three on the inside, it was never easy, and just tried to guess it. And if I could have got to there in front of Brady, I might have had a chance. But when Brady got me there, I just tucked in and then just avoided all the chaos and just tried to get what I could and managed to get a third. So it's not too bad.
Some points to take away from it, some positives to carry into the next round?
Yeah, for sure. I've left a bit of a gap now, but, you know, the pressure's on him to hold it together. And last time I Curry out a full maximum, so I'm feeling good. So put a bit of pressure on him and stir him up a bit.
What's it going to take to get the job done over Fricky? Man, he's riding fast.
He's going on excellent. Every round he's been up there and doing a great job and deserves to be champ. But if I could stir him up and push him and make him crumble, that'd be nice too. But we'll see what happens.
Well, congratulations out there. I will just make our way over here to Maxi Frick. A lot of people obviously wanting to congratulate him on this. Mate, solid ride again. What a spectacular night. You've gone in there, qualified first into the A main, got that inside gate and really didn't look back.
Yeah, at the minute it's just a matter of picking up as many points as I can and trying to be consistent. All the boys at the top end of the field and in the championship are super close on points. So just trying to do my best, pick up as many points as I can, and to get that that #1 gate pick in the final is such an advantage. So I'm super stoked that I got that and got off to a good start. And Rowan was all over me there, but yeah, managed to hold it up for the win.
All over you is an understatement. This dive bomb down the inside of this corner, you were both moving fast.
Yeah, it was close. I thought I could try and move out a little bit and use the dirt and kind of create a bit of speed, but Ron was right there and sent it straight up the inside. So I was managed to counter that, and you know, I'm just super excited to be able to get a win.
Comfortable few-point lead now as we go into Curry. You've got to be feeling confident for the championship.
Yeah, it's just a matter of edging further and forward, trying to increase my points lead all the time. So going into the last round, I just need to keep consistent and hopefully I'll be able to bring it home. But I'm not going to talk too soon. You know, you can throw points away so easy. So, you know, at the minute we're just trying to be consistent and finish every race and try and finish with as many points as I can.
Well, the consistency is working. P1 once again, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Last man, I do want to step over and grab Brady Kurtz. Brady, you want to make your way over here. Tough day at the office once again. A couple of those results that you have been looking for throughout the year. You know, you got a couple of wins out there today. Some positives to carry over?
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to make the final. I had a couple of wins, and it's definitely a better result than the last round. So hopefully I can, you know, stick it out and get the final next round.
We're only a couple of days out. Anything you're going to change up, or feeling pretty good with the bike?
I think there's no problem with the bikes, that's for sure. I just need the jockey to be a little bit more switched on, and we'll be right.
Turn it on.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, Brady Kurtz is going to send it for the last round. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
I'll just step over with your commentators for the evening, of course, Jason Crump and Kevin Williams. Crumpy, we'll start with you. What a night, what a final. Well, you can't really ask for much more at a night Speedway.
No, it was fantastic. I mean, the racing was, you know, we heard the riders say the track got a bit tricky towards the end of the night, but the cream rose to the top, didn't it? And, you know, the race that Max and Rowan served up in the final was Top Draw Speedway. And, you know, Rowan gave everything he had. He made a move on 3 and 4, and Max counteracted that and got back up the inside of him. And, you know, from my point of view, when I see Speedway racing like that, it reminds me of why I had so much pleasure out of doing it for so many years. I wouldn't want to do it now. I can't do it now, but it was great to see those guys going out at 100%.
And they really are going fast.
Yeah, I mean, we said before, Ado, this is one of the fastest tracks in the country, and these guys left nothing on the table, did they? They served up a great night of racing. The championship, Frick's pulled a little bit of a lead out, but it only takes a slight mishap, you know, in a race or two, and he can be back under pressure again. But Chris Holder and Rowan Tungate, I think, are separated by 1 point. So the championship's still there to go for, no doubt about that. Max Frick's got to go to New South Wales, Rowan Tungate's home track, Chris Holder's adopted home track, and win the Australian Championship, which he's never done before. So all to watch on Saturday from Curry.
Well, we're excited to get up to Curry. Kevin Williams, obviously, more background in the motocross step out here to this track. We all had a bit of a walk. It looked rock hard packed. Looked like it wasn't really going to form up. This is nearly like a Perth Wanneroo style soil. That soil really has got soft and lifted.
Yeah, it has. The track's come together really well tonight. A big shout out to the club. As I said earlier, this was a soccer field. They've turned it into a speedway. Their first time in Australian Championship. A great night. We've seen some great racing and plenty more to come. Curry on Saturday night. You know, if you're watching tonight, you live in the area, make sure you get out to Curry and support the club. And if you can't make it, we'll bring you all the action on NRG. A great night tonight, some great racing, and we look forward to bringing you more action.
Well, with that, we are going to wrap up the show. We hope you've enjoyed all the action here from the fourth round of the 2019 Australian Speedway Championships. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we here at NRG enjoyed bringing you all the action from myself, Jason Crump and Kevin Williams. Please enjoy all the coverage, and we'll be back in only a few days' time at Curry Curry.